The time I ruined my high school teacher's career and got her fired in the greatest way possible. Alright, so this story's a classic in my family and with my friends, and my buddy said I gotta make it public. So here we go, this is a total shit show. Back in high school, I was a senior, just a solid C student, never in trouble. But this teacher, Mrs. Frank, everyone knew her as a petty, heartless bitch, but the school admin thought she was golden. She taught algebra, my worst subject. I'd ask questions, and she'd belittle me in front of everyone. Here comes the slow boy again. Wow, surprise, surprise, you don't understand it again. I tried going to the administration, but they just covered for her. So, halfway through the year, I had enough. I bought a recorder and secretly taped every single insult. Sometimes, I'd even egg her on. Fast forward to the end of the year. I ask a question in class, and Mrs. Frank hits me with, "I've been teaching here for over 10 years and that was the single dumbest question I've ever heard come from anyone's mouth." She just kept teaching. I calmly got up, packed my stuff, and went to dismiss myself from school. I went home, put all those brutal recordings into one epic masterpiece, and showed it to the principal the next day. He stopped it early and wanted Mrs. Frank and more witnesses present for the full tape. The next morning, I walked into the office, super nervous. Board directors, the school cop, the principal, vice principal, and Mrs. Frank were all there. Those next few minutes were the best of my life. I watched the administrators go from bored to absolutely furious and speechless. And Mrs. Frank? She went from confident to realizing she was completely screwed. She was basically roasting herself in front of everyone important. When the tape ended, the principal just said, "I think we've heard everything we need to, thank you," and I was dismissed. The last thing I saw was Mrs. Frank's tear-filled eyes as I gave her the biggest, most evil smile. I came back to class the next week, and Mrs. Frank was gone. The story blew up. I was a hero. I got her fired and pretty much ruined her teaching career and connections. No school in the area would hire that walking piece of garbage.